Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Leave that donation for that fried rice and chicken wings. Now look, I see there's some people out here who feel that if I'm not saying what they want to hear, or if I don't agree with them or they don't agree with me, that Hood Champion doesn't know shit about boxing. Well, how about this, subscriber or non-subscriber? Screw you and your opinions about me. The fuck out of here. Crawford can't beat Canelo. I'll put it to you this way. Since that's what you guys are saying, right? What is it? Right? What's the disadvantages? That's plural. What are the disadvantages Crawford has going into the fight with Canelo? I'll give you 5 seconds to give me more than one. 3, 4, 5, good. You can't come up with more than one disadvantage, can you? You can't. You know what's the one disadvantage Crawford has? Is, and this can be debated, but really, if we're being fair, it's a size disadvantage. Again, I'm going to, for all y'all out here, remember, I think Canelo should be the favorite, right? I've said that. But don't get me, don't think I'm going to come out here and say Canelo's going to walk through Crawford. That's blasphemy. Why would I make such a irresponsible comment like that? The only thing Crawford has to worry about is being the smaller guy. You want to talk about speed? Who has the speed advantage? You want to talk about reach? Then we start talking about power, right? Listen. Don't go off what I say. Don't go off what you think. Don't go off of our impressions, right? Go off what other fighters have said. And what they say about Crawford, people who have sparred Crawford and sparred Canelo, they say Crawford hits harder than Canelo. Now, for those of you who are saying, no way it's not true, don't argue with me. Go out there to those videos that are being done by the Fight Hypes and everyone else, where they're recording people, where they're interviewing people who sparred both Crawford and Canelo, and you go in the comment section and you start to tell them that they're wrong. These are the people who've been hit in the mouth by Crawford, hit in the mouth by Canelo, right? You go tell them that they're wrong, okay? Don't tell me I'm wrong. So power-wise, I think that's debatable. But I tend to think Canelo has more power than Crawford. But when I listen to what other people are saying, professional fighters who've tasted the hand of Crawford and Canelo, they say, don't sleep on Crawford's power. So that tells me that there's something about Crawford that Canelo cannot underestimate. IQ. Somebody was saying Canelo's too smart for Crawford. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Does Canelo have IQ? Yes, Canelo does. Can Canelo set traps? Can he walk opponents into punches? Right? Can Canelo make somebody uncomfortable in there with his pressure? Can Canelo almost anticipate what a fighter's going to do with his brilliant mind? Yes, he can. But now he's in there against someone else who's very good at chess inside that ring. So all those things that Canelo does to opponents, I don't see how anyone's going to think that he's just going to do that to Crawford, who's used to doing that same thing to opponents as well. Just because Crawford's going into the fight as arguably the smaller guy doesn't mean that all of a sudden he loses his IQ. That's not how that works, people. If anything, all of his senses, his spidey senses, will be heightened because he's in there and he understands, I got a serious threat in front of me. So this shit about Crawford can't beat Canelo, I'm not buying into that. I do think Canelo should be the favorite. But I just don't think that it's going to be a walk in the park. And I do know for a fact, in order for Crawford to win this fight, right? Now, this is my opinion. This is the one thing that I will say. I think he's got to find a way to keep that fight in the center of the ring and to ensure his back doesn't end up on those ropes. That shit can be disastrous if Crawford's back ends up on those ropes and Canelo, because Canelo's good at using his eyes to look to us, like down towards your midsection, and then come upstairs with shots. So Canelo can sell his punches and make you think he's gonna throw something that he's not and catch you sleeping. That's where I think Crawford, it would just be in a lose-lose situation if he somehow allows himself to end up on them damn ropes where Canelo can really be highly effective. Now, you watch Canelo hitting them heavy bags and hitting the mitts and doing everything. That's where Canelo thrives. Crawford can't allow that. I don't care how good Crawford is, how much you love Crawford. Crawford cannot allow himself to get on those ropes and decide he's going to sit there and try to block and counter Canelo off the ropes, off the back foot. That's not going to work. But what I will say is, the fact that they finalized that deal to take place at the Allegiant Stadium, September 13th in Las Vegas, I think it's amazing. And there's going to be thousands of videos that come out from me about these two. Because I could see Canelo winning, I could see Crawford winning. But what I don't see is Crawford running through Canelo, and I don't see Canelo just running through Crawford. The best fighter doesn't win the fight. It's the boxer who fights the best on that night. And what you're going to see here with these two is a lot of changes, a lot of adjustments that are going to be taking place in that ring. And the guy who can be the smartest, I think, is the one who's going to win. But for people saying Crawford's going to knock out Canelo, I'm not willing to go that far. But what I am willing to say is, when I think about Canelo and I think about Crawford, and we look at the advantage Canelo has over Crawford, I only come up with one real advantage, and that's his size. Speed, IQ, reflexes, timing, controlling the distance. Look, power, maybe power, but again, I give him the power too. Maybe I give him those two, size and power. But according to fighters who've tasted the hands of both, that shit ain't going to be an issue. So hold your horses. Stop taking it to the stupid. Quit being so biased to your favorite fighter to where you can't even have a fair discussion about their upcoming fight. Because in your mind, your favorite fighter just can't lose. Let me tell you something. There's only one Mayweather. Simple. Nobody else. So unless it's Mayweather, I ain't trying to hear nobody sing that goddamn song. There's only one Canelo. The hell out of here. Even there's only one Terence Bud Crawford from Omaha, Nebraska. Anybody want to hear that shit? There's only one Mayweather, and neither one of these guys are goddamn Mayweather. Outstanding fighters, outstanding athletes, pound for pound greats, done amazing things in the sport, multiple division champions, undisputed and all that. It's phenomenal. But they ain't Mayweather. So when they get in this ring, either one of them can lose. And it's just the boxer who's gonna fight the best on that night is gonna win. And there ain't no guarantee Canelo gonna clip Crawford. So y'all gotta stop that bullshit. Keep cool, I'm in the breeze.